Alright, so while adjusting the truss rod, what are we doing and what is the ideal point of adjustment? Now, I'll start off by saying this. A lot of people are very intimidated. They're scared of touching the neck of the guitar, which is, by the way, this part, your fretboard. Now, keep in mind, when you do adjustments to the neck of your guitar, you're making very small adjustments at a time. The only way you can damage your guitar is if you're just tightening it without checking your progress. And I'm going to show you how you can check your progress. So don't be scared to experiment with your guitar. If you're going to take it to a guitar store anyways, you might as well put some time aside, try to get to know your instrument a little bit. Alright, so what are we doing and why are we doing it? We're trying to get the fretboard as flat as possible, but we want it to have a slightly scooped U shape. Now, when you tighten your truss rod, and I'm going to show you where it is and how you tighten it, when you tighten it, you're actually causing it to go into an upside down U shape. You're tightening it. When you release it, you're giving it relief. Now you're making it go into a U shape. So you're going to try to get the ideal point to where it's as close to flat as possible with a slight U. You don't want it to be too tight where it's an upside down U shape. Okay, so how do you check for this? Some people will actually take the guitar and look down like this. Now the only way you're going to actually see something while doing that is if the guitar has a very obvious curvature that's either an upside down or a U shape, then you could probably notice it. But I don't really check it that way. There's another method that I'm going to show you. What you do is you put your guitar in the upright position like this. You press down on the first fret right here, and you also press down on the last fret of your guitar. And what you're going to do, you're going to gently tap on the 12th fret to see how much distance there is between the fretboard, or actually the metal part of the fret, and the string. You want it to have a little bit of distance, not too much. If there's no distance, that means you have that upside down U thing going on. You don't want that. Now I'm going to zoom in to show you this a little bit closer so you can follow what I'm saying. Alright, so you put the guitar in an upright position. You press down on the first fret. You're also going to press down on the last fret of your guitar. And what you're going to do, you're gently going to tap on the 12th fret. What you're looking at is to see how much distance there is between the 12th fret and the string. Ideally, you want a little bit distance so you can actually see the string go down. If there is no distance, that means you've tightened the truss rod too much. It needs some relief. If there's too much distance, that means you need to tighten a bit more. It needs more tightening. As you can see with this one, there is a little bit of space here, and this is ideal for me because I like having my fretboard very close to my strings. You could give it a little bit more space, you can get away with that, but this is a good adjustment. This is a good reference point. And here's an up-close look at this. You can see there is a little bit of room when I tap down on my 12th fret. Very important to do this with the guitar in an upright position. You don't want to lay the guitar down. Alright, so here's a very similar guitar to the one that I have. And the truss rod adjustment is behind this plate right here. Now in order to access it, you're going to need a screwdriver. So I'm going to show you guys what it looks like when you take it off and what the truss rod adjustment looks like.
Obviously, you'll need a screwdriver for this to get access to the truss rod. You will see that on a lot of used guitars, this plate has already been removed and there's a gap there. So that's not necessarily a bad thing. That's because someone has actually worked on that neck before and they've adjusted it for you.
So, with your tool in hand, you simply put this within your truss rod, and to tighten it, you're moving it this way. And to release it, to give some relief, you're moving it this way. Also keep in mind, when you make a truss rod adjustment, you have to let your guitar sit overnight because this can actually change. So I would recommend adjusting the guitar, the truss rod, and the truss rod only. Don't mess with anything else. Put it away, and the next morning, try to see if the adjustment has changed. If it has, then you may have to adjust it a little bit back, because some guitars react right away, some have a delayed reaction. You don't want to mess with the truss rod, the string height, the intonation, and then the next day start trying to figure out which one to undo. So do the neck first, and let it sit overnight, and then you come back to doing your string height and intonation.